Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 3 of Cursed by Darkness, so if you guys haven't already watched episodes 1 and 2, pop down to the link in the description and just make sure you watch those 2 episodes. That being said, the editing for this video is a lot better than the previous 2 videos, so trust me, by the time you get back here, it should be worth it. Promise I'm nearly done yapping, but I want to really quickly just say thank you so much for the support on the channel. Please consider subscribing. Totally free, you can always change your mind. Enough with the shameless plugs. Last episode you guys had 2 choices. You had either a cleansing ritual or a summoning ritual, and you guys, literally 100% of you guys voted for the summoning ritual, which I was very surprised at. I hope you guys enjoy. The fire's light flickers weakly, casting long shadows across the cramped room. Anaya sleeps soundly, her breathing steady for the first time in days. Relief should wash over Eldrick, but dread grips his heart instead. The darkness inside him grows stronger, gnawing at his very soul. He needs help, guidance, from someone who understands the dark magic better than he does. His gaze drifts to the old, worn chest tucked away in the corner of the room. It belonged to his mother, locked tight since the day she vanished. He hesitates, memories flooding back of whispered spells and forbidden rituals. They had once been so close, but after their father's banishment, she became obsessed with dark magic, eventually abandoning them for another man. At least, that's what the townsfolk said. Deep down, Eldrick always felt there was more to the story. With a deep breath, Eldrick moves to the chest. The lock is rusty, but it gives way under a firm twist of his dagger. The lid creaks open, releasing a cloud of dust and the faint scent of dried herbs. Inside lies a collection of tattered books, strange artifacts and vials filled with unknown liquids. His fingers tremble as he reaches for the largest book, its leather cover etched with symbols he barely recognizes. He flips through brittle pages, eyes scanning over complex diagrams and cryptic texts. The words are familiar, yet foreign, echoes of lessons his mother tried to teach him long ago. Pages blur together until one catches his eye. A summoning ritual to contact spirits beyond the veil. "This has to be it," he mutters, tracing the intricate symbols with his fingertip. The instructions are detailed and demanding, requiring rare components and precise incantations. Doubt gnaws at him, but the desperation in him pushes it aside. If anyone can help him break free from Zarathus, it's his mother. As he prepares the ritual, he recalls the last time he had seen her. She had been frantic, searching for something in the woods near their home, muttering about unfinished business and the demon's curse. He never understood what she meant, and before he could ask, she was gone, leaving him and Anaya to fend for themselves. Rumors spread that she had eloped with a stranger, abandoning her children, but Eldrick suspected something darker. There were whispers of a failed blood pact, a desperate attempt to harness power that went horribly wrong. Her disappearance was never solved, and the townsfolk were too afraid to investigate further. Eldrick clung to the hope that she was still out there somewhere, but deep down, he feared the worst. Now, as he reads the summoning ritual, those fears resurface. What if she is trapped in the spirit realm because of her dealings with the dark arts? What if calling her back unleashes something far worse? He shakes his head, trying to focus. He doesn't have the luxury of doubt. Zarathus is already inside him, feeding on his life force. If he doesn't act soon, he'll lose control completely. Eldrick sets the book down and begins gathering the necessary items listed. Some are easy. A lock of his and Anaya's hair, a shard of bone from the amulet his mother left behind in the chest. Others prove more challenging. He scours over their small dwelling, searching through old satchels and dusty shelves, until he eventually finds a vial of graveyard soil, tucked away amongst his mother's belongings. With everything assembled, Eldrick arranges them carefully around the fire pit. The room grows colder as he draws the ritual circle with chalk, his movements precise, despite the fear creeping up his spine. He sits in the center, the old book open on his lap, and takes a steadying breath. As he begins to chant, the ancient words scrape against his throat, each syllable heavier than the last. The flames splutter, casting eerie shadows that dance along the walls. A chill wind sweeps through the room, extinguishing the fire and plunging everything into darkness. Eldric's heart pounds in his chest. The air thickens, pressing down on him from all sides. Then, slowly, a soft glow emerges before him, growing brighter and taking shape. Eyes materialize within the light, warm, familiar, yet filled with sorrow. "Mother?" Eldric's voice quivers, barely above a whisper. "Eldric, my dear boy." Her voice echoes softly, wrapping around him like a comforting embrace. Relief floods through him, bringing tears to his eyes. "I need your help," he pleads, desperation lacing his words. "I made a pact with Zarathus. I thought I was saving Anaya, but now I fear I've doomed us both." His mother's spirit flickers, her expression turning grave. "You've entangled yourself with a powerful demon. Zarathus is no ordinary evil. You know what he seeks." Eldric swallows hard, the weight of her words settling heavy. "I offered my soul to save Anaya. I thought the price would come after death, but..." She nods slowly. "That's his way. By accepting his deal, you've become his vessel. He uses your life force to break the chains that bound him for centuries. Soon, he'll take full control, and you will cease to exist." A shiver runs down Eldric's spine. "There must be a way to stop this. Please, tell me what I need to do." Her gaze softens, but worry lines her ethereal features. "There is a way, but it's fraught with danger. You must find the relic that binds Zarathus' true power. A cursed dagger, hidden deep within the Shadow Marsh. Destroy it, and you may sever his hold on you." Shadow Marsh, Eldric's voice trails off. Tales of that place are filled with horrors beyond imagining. Few who venture there ever return. His mother reaches out, her translucent hand hovering close to his cheek. A faint warmth emanates from her touch. "Be cautious, my son. The marsh is treacherous, and Zarathus will do everything in his power to stop you. Trust in yourself, and remember, darkness can always be fought with light." Her form begins to fade, the glow diminishing as the shadows close in once more. "Wait!" Eldric calls out, panic rising. "I don't know if I can do this alone." Her voice echoes faintly as she disappears. "You're stronger than you know. Protect Anaya and save yourself." Silence engulfs the room. Eldric sits alone in the darkness, the enormity of his task pressing down on him. Fear claws at his insides, but beneath it, a spark of determination ignites. He has a chance, a slim one, to free himself and his sister from this curse. Rising to his feet, Eldric glances at Anaya. She stirs slightly, a peaceful expression on her face. He knows he can't leave her unprotected, not with Zarathus lurking around. A sudden pain shoots through his chest, sharp and searing. Eldric doubles over, gasping as the demon's voice rumbles through his mind. "Foolish boy," Zarathus snarls. "Did you think you could hide your plans from me? The Shadow Marsh is death. You will not survive." Gritting his teeth, Eldric pushes back against the pain. "I'd rather die fighting than live as your puppet." Laughter echoes through his skull, cold and mocking. "We shall see. The more you resist, the more you suffer. Remember that." The presence resides slightly, leaving Eldric panting and drenched in sweat. The encounter only strengthens his resolve. Time is short and the journey ahead perilous. But he refuses to surrender. He moves quickly, gathering supplies, a worn cloak, a small dagger, some dried meat and bread. It's not much, but it'll have to suffice. Carefully, he writes a note for Anaya, explaining he must leave, but he will return. He only prays she'll be safe until then. As dawn breaks, casting pale light through the cracks in the walls, Eldrick steps outside, the chill morning air biting at his skin. He takes one last look at their humble home, then sets his gaze towards the distant horizon where the Shadow Marsh lies hidden beneath perpetual fog. With a deep breath and a heart full of determination, Eldrick begins his journey into the unknown, each step bringing him closer to either salvation or doom. But as he reaches the edge of the forest, a familiar, malevolent whisper fills his mind once more. "Do you think you can escape me so easily?" Zarathus's voice is cold, dripping with disdain. "The marsh holds more than just the dagger. It holds secrets. Secrets your mother never told you. Are you ready to face the truth, Eldrick? Or will you flee, like the coward you are?" Eldrick's breath catches in his throat. The shadows of the forest seem to grow darker. The marsh is a place of nightmares, and Zarathus's words leave him shaken. The cold wind picks up, howling through the trees as if urging him to turn back. But he knows he can't. He has to face whatever lies ahead, no matter how terrifying. For Anaya, for himself, for the chance at freedom. As he takes a step forward, a thought strikes him. A memory of another spell his mother mentioned. A way to trap a demon's essence within a physical object, at least temporarily. Could he use it to buy time, to weaken Zarathus before confronting him in the marsh? The spell is risky like all of the others he had tried, and failure could mean losing his only chance at defeating the demon. The idea gnaws at him, and he realizes he must make a choice now. Eldrick stands at the edge of the forest, the weight of his decision pressing down on him. Whatever he chooses, there's no turning back. The path ahead is fraught with danger, and the outcome uncertain. But one thing is clear. His fight against the darkness is far from over. I slacked off last week and couldn't do this episode, so I thought why not just expand this one a little bit longer. I'm going to quickly tell you what the options are now, just so you can think about it before you actually go vote. But option A is to just go into the marsh, seek the cursed dagger, knowing that everything can go wrong. Or option B is to attempt the spell that's going to trap Zarathus's essence and then go into the marsh. So it's up to you guys which one you want to do. Decision is yours. So have a great week, stay safe, make good choices, and I will see you guys next week with your decision. Go vote.